last Monday, I had surgery on my hand. It's a tendon transfer as this ruptured a few months ago. So they had to operate, take a tendon from there, spare tendon, and there were quite a few incisions, and he was digging around for quite some time and to reattach, and then attach it to my thumb so that eventually it's going to work again. But when I first decided to have this operation, it happened as a byproduct. Sadly, I broke my wrist last year, so yeah, that's another thing that happened. But because I didn't really want a general anaesthetic, I asked the surgeon, was it possible to do it under a local anaesthetic? And he said, oh, yes, we could do that. Most people prefer to be knocked out, but if you're okay by that, then that will be great. So I was under the impression, because he said it'll probably take about 20 minutes, that it's quite a simple procedure. It turns out when I got to the hospital that it's the full operation, full theatre experience, all the lights attached to a beeping machine, etc., lots of anaesthetic, lots of needles. But I decided, well, I'd got my Liberty patch anyway, and I knew how successful the Peace patch was, because to make me feel really comfortable, because after I broke my arm and I was not driving for 3 months, I had to do a long drive. When I actually did get to drive again, 3 hours on my own, and I must admit I was quite nervous, so I slapped a Peace patch on before I went off there, and it was brilliant. It was so nice and calm, so I thought that's what I'll do. I put a Peace patch on, and when I came out of surgery, I also had I put the Freedom patch on as well, because they suggested that I have some painkillers, and I said, oh, it's okay, I'll sort myself out. So although I was in the theatre for about an hour, and quite an interesting experience. Everybody was on in their scrubs and everything, and maybe at another time I'd have been really nervous, but I wasn't. I just found the whole thing, I was able to chat to the surgeon. So that was one thing for me. I was really happy with that. And with the REM patch, I had terrible problems with sleeping for quite a few years. And then I started to use the REM patch, and it did take a little while to kick in, about a week or so before I noticed. But now I sleep so brilliantly. And it's been transforming. It's so fantastic to know that when you go to bed, you go to sleep, and then I don't wake up until the morning. It's been amazing. So that's just a couple of things for me.